Greetings everyone, happy Tuesday to you. I want to work off of yesterday's video in which I showed the behavioral interaction between a 6-year-old female wolf and her oldest daughter. In this picture here, I went ahead and hit still frame on it just for this moment, because yesterday at the end of the video, I told you to focus on the fact that she has her daughter pinned to the snow by her neck, Now, for those of you that did not see the video yesterday, I'll go ahead and run it all the way through. It'll go here to the end, and then I'll just play it back again real quick. Okay, so I'll run through it in the beginning here. Daughter approaches, mother warns, says, stay away from me, sends obvious signals, goes back to doing what she's doing because her daughter should obey her at that time. But because we have a budding principle of resemblance condition here where the daughter's getting older and getting to be a little bit more pushy, Mom had to follow through with her warning to her daughter. This is so that she can uphold her leadership. Out in the wild, when we have hierarchies, the attitude is more of an autocratic type situation, not a democratic, meaning my leadership is not distributed. I'm not going to share that with you. Mother said, stay away. Daughter did not obey, did not respond properly to the signals that she was giving her, and the end result was she quickly pinned her to the ground to follow through with a signal. And as I pointed out yesterday, a signal without follow through, a signal without requiring a response or an action is really nothing more than noise. But let me go ahead and just back this thing up here a little bit. I'm going to pull it back some to about right here, and then frame by frame, bingo, right there. Why did she grab her daughter by the neck? This is really important for you to understand this because we humans, we have a big hang up with the neck. I kid you not. We can't help but draw a comparison between our neck and that of our dogs. Again, that's just part of the phenomenon known as anthropomorphism, where we impute our human qualities into our dog. But we're really making a big mistake there, because I need you to pause for just a second and think here. Imagine if we were a species that did not have arms. So now you had to do everything with your mouth. Carry your children for miles and miles. You had to drag an animal down that's about the size of a small SUV to be able to feed your family. Not only do you drag it down, but you have to rip the hide off of this thing. You have to break in through the rib cage. You have to really, really work those jaws and those fangs that you have. If you're going to do that, you need to have a very powerful support system, and it's called the neck itself. The average dog neck has over 200 additional muscles in it surrounding it and its tracheotomy than compared to humans and their tracheas. Their neck also has muscles that are supporting from the mandible all the way to the center of their chest. Again, designed to be able to carry the cranium in a horizontal fashion, not a vertical fashion like ours, designed to carry their offspring, designed to chase down a large animal, grab that animal, pull it to the ground, and then digest it. Eat it, shred it into 1,000 pieces, and then eat it. So again, when we look at our dogs here, or look at our wolves and dogs, I mean, first of all, how many times have you ever seen a dog do that to another dog? We own multiple dogs. This is almost a darn daily occurrence here around our household. It happens here at daycare. It happens at dog parks. This is the exact same thing happening. Why do they go for the neck? Well, in this case here, this is a mother. She has already invested half of her genes into this young girl. Half of her genes. So she's a mother. That means the last thing I want to do is harm you. I don't want to harm you. I simply need to make a point, because my stare, my tail up, showing my teeth, everything that I used failed me miserably. And you still challenged me on that spot. So I grab you by your neck because I need to make a point. I inherently know that your neck is the strongest structure on your body. That's why she grabs. There's another reason why she grabs. Remember, I told you there's a budding principle of resemblance condition happening here. This is where the daughter will reach a certain age in which she'll probably leave the pack or be forced to leave the pack, because she'll become a direct competition to her mother. By pinning her to the ground, by grabbing her by the neck, She also disarms her daughter. Her daughter can't grab her back. It'd be like you sitting on someone's chest and pinning their arms to the ground. Now they can't hit you. So again, she doesn't want this to escalate. She doesn't want this to become a full-on physical combat with her daughter. She's keeping it all under control. That's why we call it intra-group control. When wolf tries to kill wolf, they don't grab their necks. Trust me, I've been out in the wild for years and years. I've done work and supportive work for both U.S. Fish and Wildlife and Alaska Game and Fish. I'm here to tell you, when wolf attacks wolf, alien wolves, not wolves of my pack, I punch a hole in your skull. I don't want to stay in this thing for 12 rounds. I'm never going to grab you by your neck. I grab you by your neck, I just grabbed you by your thigh. Now we're in a prolonged battle in which both of us could die. Instead, I want to get out of this thing as quickly as possible. When wolves kill wolves, they punch a hole in the skull. When I've interviewed countless parents who've lost children or had their children attacked by dogs, most of the children are bitten in the face and around the skull. This is about trying to actually kill you. This isn't about trying to control you. But when we grab the neck, this mother is controlling, not trying to kill. Okay, so I had the lights out here just so that you see the video a little bit more. We'll go ahead and turn the lights on. Okay, now real quick. So that being said, can a dog be injured by connecting a leash to any sort of collar, variety of collars to a dog's neck? Of course it can. It can. But I'm here to tell you in 40 years of being in every level of dog training that there is. I was a police canine officer. I trained service dogs for children with muscular dystrophy. I owned a veterinary hospital. I competed in Schutzen and ring sport and AKC and KNPV. I have yet to ever hear of an injury, B, ever witness an injury, A, ever cause an injury, C, and D, we never treated one in our vet hospital. I'm sure it can happen, and there are really small dogs that do have issues with their trachea. We own one. We own a Morkie named Poe. I showed you her little video not too long ago with her being a little nuisance about eating. Yeah, we cannot use a collar on her neck when we walk her because she starts that reverse sneezing thing. Honk, honk, honk. Sound like a darn goose on steroids. Yeah, those are issues. And if you need to have self-assurance, go meet with your veterinarian and just say, hey, I want to use a collar on my dog versus a harness. Now, again, we'll get into that, and I'm not going to go down that road today. There's a lot to be discussed about using different types of equipment. The purpose of this video is to reassure you that you can do training with your dog by tapping into this instinct. When I use a slip collar, I've used these for 4 decades. They're my favorite thing to use. Because why? I can grab the dog and let go of it. Just like mama. Grab and let go. Grab and let go. And when I do that, I tap into that. Because that's still there. That's why our dogs do it. I had a client bring a dog to me yesterday. I kid you not. 75 pounds of absolute molten hound dog fury. He was ripped. He was strong. He yanked his owner clear across the parking lot because he's in a harness. This guy was unbelievable. And this owner stood zero chance of ever enjoying a walk with that dog, which then means that just starts the whole snowball effect. That's where we start thinking, maybe I don't need this dog. Maybe I don't want to keep this dog because I can't even get any energy out of it and I can't control it. Yeah, this is a 2-year-old spoiled brat. I'm going to be honest with you. Intact male, hound mentality. It was his way or the highway. Yeah. So I put one of these on. Then I grabbed him. We started to pull. And then using the techniques that I talked to you about, step right, pull back, turn left, pull up when I want to come to a stop. Within 10 minutes, I was walking that dog on one finger with the leash draped over my finger. Yeah, because the second I started doing this, it tapped into that. It said, I am this wolf. You are that one. I love you, but I cannot have you sending me to a chiropractor after every attempt to walk you. Can these choke a dog? Yeah, they can. Can you injure a dog? Yes, you can. But guys, dog training, I hope dog owners are the same people that the laws of this country were built around. The reasonable and prudent person. Gosh, even though that dog was on a harness, even though it was an absolute beast, trust me, you give me 10 minutes with that dog, I could hurt it on a harness. I really could. So you can hurt a dog on anything. It's just a matter of being, hey, patient, understanding, realizing where they come from, tapping into something that can definitely help me and be my ally, not my enemy, being smart about it. Yeah, you don't want to choke a dog. If a dog's choking, trust me, are they thinking about heel, sit, down, stay? No. They're thinking about air. Just give me my air. And trust me, I got lots of videos coming up where we talk about the mobilization of the stress response and what happens when you reach a certain threshold where your memory is no longer enhanced. You're now operating off of pure instinct and you black out. So no, we don't do that. And I'll be demonstrating in upcoming videos how to size these properly, how to use them properly. But you have these. This is what I use with Captain all the time. I just take a little kennel lead like this. That's all it is. I slide it over his head, I tighten it up, then I cinch down here with our little leather strap here, and I got him. So Captain's a great dog, but if he's not so great at the moment, I grab him. And then I let go when he's good. And then, of course, I reward him. And the neat thing about smart dogs is that they're all smart. They don't want that. That hound yesterday didn't want Bryan grabbing him anymore. So in real short fashion, he's walking along going, okay, so what do I need to do to avoid that getting grabbed thing, Bryan? And I said, well, here, let me show you. Oh, so after about 5 minutes, he goes, okay, so if I kind of stay near your side, and I don't just bolt for the first thing I see, A, I don't get grabbed anymore. Bingo. And I get a treat. Double bingo. Even that hound picked that up. So kennel leads work great as well because they can grab and let go, and they're really easy to use, and you can put them on real quickly. We use them a lot here at Taming the Wild. Usually one of the first leashes we put on dogs here. Really easy to put on. You don't have to worry about fussing with the dog too much. Slides right over the head, tighten it right up. In the next couple of days, I'm going to talk about prong collars. Prong collars are pinch collars. Oh, God. Yes, granted. Let's just go ahead and say it. Looks like something out of Dracula's dungeon. But you know what? In all reality, this replicates Mama's teeth on my neck more than this does. This is kind of like a toothless wolf. This is a wolf with teeth right here. The biggest mistake people make is they put them on too loose. They don't put them on snug enough, again, because we're always worried about our dog's neck. We think, oh my gosh, if that was that tight on my neck, that would be really uncomfortable. Well, if you want a real comparison, strap it to your thigh, not your neck. Again, that neck was designed to be grabbed. That neck was designed to have my whole body carried by it. That neck was designed to grab a big meal, pull it to the ground, and then consume that big animal. Even domestic dogs have that today. Hunting dogs do it, so on and so forth. But prong collars, they're wonderful. I kind of consider those more like an automatic, and this is more like a stick shift. But when I use a prong on a dog, and I did it on that hound yesterday because time just didn't permit it. But if he comes back again, oh yeah, I'm going to be using a prong collar on him. I love prong collars for locomotion. In other words, wow, they've got the tremendous amount of power going that way horizontally to the ground, and me, I'm trying to control them. Prongs work great for that. That's pretty much all I use them for, is when I'm trying to train a really big, burly dog, strong, powerful dog, to walk next to me so he doesn't pull me everywhere we go. Okay, guys, so that's about it. I'm going to wrap it up here on today's video. The neck. Gosh, give it a break. Relax, people. I swear I'm not going to give you any information that's going to cause harm to your dog. That's not the point of doing these videos. It's to help you out, lower your blood pressure, really make you enjoy your dog a lot more. I'm telling you what, that owner yesterday, He had the biggest smile I've ever seen on his face when he could walk that hound of his for the first time in 2 years and actually go for a walk and not get yanked all over God's green earth. Because that's what that dog was doing. All right, tomorrow's video is actually going to be an encore of Saturday's video. On Saturday, I talked a lot about attention, motivation, and cognition. Unfortunately, due to a technical issue, it came in glitchy. And I've had a lot of people saying, Bryan, please redo that video. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. And then after that, I'm going to come back and show you how to put one of these on your dog properly, how to size it properly. And I'm also going to show you how to do so with a prong collar. And then, well, this will take all about 10 seconds. And then show you how to use them and how effective they can be. All right, if you got any questions, you know where to reach me, Bryan with a Y at tamingthewild.com. This is day 23 of my journey to helping you guys have a better dog. If you found this information useful to you, please share it. Share it out there with someone that you think could use it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day.